Two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Today is a Friday, Freedom Friday. We're doing a Friday's edition on our podcast today to just kind of give you guys some tips and updates and some things that we're doing in the marketplace to help entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing a website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine. We're going to have a great special topic for today. I've been going over these things throughout the week, sharing, talking with my clients because Global Touch Enterprise, again, we're a web design and marketing company utilizing AI to assist churches, nonprofits, and entrepreneurs from all walks of life how to build and grow their network using their website, making sure you have an interactive website that's relevant in the marketplace today. And also that you can use it as a lead generating machine and a marketing tool where you can consistently get information submitted into your website on a regular, consistent, and weekly and daily basis. This is what is going on. Activity on your sites should be consistent. And we're going to be talking about some real good things as we close out the first quarter of the year 2026 and what to expect and look forward to in the second quarter of 2026. And so I've been getting a lot of inquiries with this with my clients. A lot of people has been asking me, Ed, I need to know what I need to do to get my business going in a certain level, a certain way. But once you start that train, guys, you got to be consistent with it and you got to stay on top of it. You can't be just in and out sometime in it and not only interacting with your target market regularly. We do these podcasts twice a week, and I normally Tuesdays and Thursdays is my normal days that I do my podcast here at Global Touch Enterprise or G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. And the reason why I named the podcast this because I wanted to have something for our professionals that is unique, that's different, that's transparent too as well, and that's giving out the right information that for your growth section and growth mode. So you can kind of use these tools, these tips, these growth principles that I've been following in the 18-year tenure that I've been doing in my company, Global Touch Enterprise, doing web design and marketing across the country as well as around the world. So it's a good opportunity for all of us to maximize the moment and basically grow where you have been planted. So that way you can continue to expand, build upon, and make sure that you're doing your due diligence and reaching out to your target market on a regular, consistent basis. Whether you're on social media, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, fan base, you can also get some information out to your general clients and target market through email marketing, mobile marketing. You have all these different tools to use to really expand your business today. So what we're going to be talking about, which really I'm super excited about, is closing out the first quarter of your business and moving into the second quarter. What we talk about when we say close it out? We do a 90-day run. Every 90 days, ladies and gentlemen, you should be running your business successfully and effectively, reaching out, getting out information about what it is you do. There are people looking for your type of business, but if they don't know you're there, then you're not going to reach them. But you have to be consistent and persistent as the technology gives us, input, output, or .io. That's what we should be doing. In season, out of season, making sure that we're staying structured and confirmed on everything that we're doing to reach our people and give them to help them because we're servant leaders. And then as servant leaders, this is our role. Our goal is to help everybody in the marketplace so that way we satisfy three things: what people want, need, and can afford. You satisfy these three things, ladies and gentlemen, you can be successful. So closing out the first quarter of your business, which is ending March 31st, today is the 27th of the month, involves basically you finalizing financial records that you've done, evaluating performances against initial goals that you've set, and adjusting strategies that you can have for the second quarter. Now, the key action includes reconciling your information with your financial institutions, your banks and all that, reviewing profits and losses statements. You want to review that. Also assessing sales goals. What was the goal that you have for the first quarter? And updating forecasts to ensure alignment with annual objectives. Now, if you're a product business, you know this is crucial. If you're a service business, this is also crucial on your behalf too as well. So your focus is to maintain your business growth by evaluating what's happening, what you need to tweak, what you need to adjust, so that way you can continue to grow and then move into new strategies to continue in the second quarter. This is why it's important for all of us as entrepreneurs, as business owners, that we invest. We're doing the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, business owner and investor, that we invest in the things that's going to add growth to our business. If it's not adding growth, then I don't touch it. I guarantee you I don't. So here are the quarter one closing actions that you're going to need to have that's going to be key to you continuing closing out the rest of this year, 2026, on the right track, that you stay consistent and that you stay in line with what you're doing consistently that's adding growth to your business. If it's some adjustments that need to be made, some tweaks that need to happen, then we need to make sure we do that immediately. So your financial reconciliation is always going to be your top dog because we're for profit, right? So if we're for profit, then let me see what my numbers look like financially. What my income is coming that I got coming in, and then what I got going out in my business. So you want to review all expenses, invoices, your revenue from January through March to ensure accuracy, make sure it's right. Now, if you are a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, then you know you're going to have to pay taxes on that. So make sure you got that down too as well. So your performance analysis, though, is basically your KPI. You find out what it is you're doing that's working in your first 90 days. We had January, February, and here we are in March. So for this first quarter, what did we get? Did we hit the goals? Did we reach the goals? How close did we come to it? That's the measurement that you're going to need. So you're going to compare your quarter one performance against goals that you set, focusing on revenue, profit margins, and overhead costs. What did you do on your overhead? How much did you spend out versus what you had coming in? So your performance analysis is going to be your key point. And I want all entrepreneurs to think about that. When you start a business or you have running a business, you need to make sure that your numbers are matching to what it is your performance is and what your growth is, and then also what your profits look like at the end of the 90 days. And so your sales and marketing revenue needs to be addressed as well. So you want to evaluate which products or services that you're providing in the marketplace sold well and assesses the ROI, return on your investment, of quarter one marketing campaigns that you've ran. Now, it costs the market, but your marketing campaigns that you run should be done consistently. Now, there are some good ways to do this. Again, your website, all marketing efforts should be pointed directly to your website. If it's not doing that, then you're behind the curve. So if you're not getting feedback, if you're not collecting data, that's part of marketing. Remember, we talk about the 5 P's of marketing here on this podcast regularly. It's all about the people, the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. And the more you promote, the better you come out. But what is your goal in your marketing campaigns that you're trying to reach? New customers? Are you collecting data to get new drawn in? Of course, everybody's looking for new customers, new accounts. That's great. But your existing, what are you doing with them? How are you addressing them who have done business with you that you want repeat business to continue on that level? What relationships are you building? Are you building strategic relationships in your marketing campaigns? And are you educating your people properly on what the product and service you're providing and how it's going to best suit them? Again, we're satisfying 3 things: what people want, need, and can afford. And as long as we stay focused here, we're going to get stronger, better, and we're going to help as many people across the board when it comes to that. So you're also talking about goal adjustments that you're going to have. A lot of people talk about that. It's Ed, I had to adjust my goal because I had to look at where I'm at and where I'm not. And so I have to make sure I have to at least be honest with myself and knowing that, hey, I can reach this goal or no, I'm not going to reach this goal at this point in time. So you want to determine if your annual goals are too high or too low, and you adjust it in quarter two plans accordingly. So your plans, it should be a plan for your business from quarter to quarter. It's 4 quarters in a year. We know that. Every 90 days, you should be having a quarter for one, a plan, a quarter two, you have a plan, quarter three, another plan, quarter four, another plan. So your plans should be bouncing from one quarter to the next so you can kind of keep a flow going. So that way, everything that you're doing from start to finish, that you know that it's working, you want to maintain that, of course. But what's not working, you're going to tweak it as you begin to see the performance, as you continue to look at your KPI and see exactly where you stand. Now, if you have a team, then you want your team feedback. But if you don't have a team, and most of us are solopreneurs out here and webpreneurs that's out here, you don't have a team, then you want to get feedback from your customers, your target market. Why? Because this is going to help you make the necessary adjustments based on the feedbacks that you're getting. And then also, are you good on your search engines, SEOs and GEOs on Google, Yahoo, and Bing? So if you are on that and you have your Google Maps, your searches, and you're basically now you can add videos there on Google, which I love that part about Google, that you can continually to expand your exposure. You can never have too much. Are you tapped in with the media, the magazines, all of the different levels now that you can gain access to? Do you have a press kit on your website so companies can write about you, or basically you can get written by those media outlets that want to do that, whether it's a magazine, radio, or TV, whatever, newspaper, whatever. You want to make sure you have that press kit up there. Now, the turnabout strategies and the turnaround strategies that I talk about, basically, this is important as well. You want to cut costs, identify unnecessary expenses, and recognize that, and then you're going to negotiate your contracts with your suppliers, so that way you can kind of get it at a better deal. Your cash flow improvement, you want to sell non-essential assets and accelerate accounts receivables collections, meaning that you're on top of people that's owing you money that you get a chance to collect at the due dates and times and frames that you set it out for. And of course, your clients know exactly, your customers know exactly what that is. And so if you are really up on the dates, scheduling, if you have a residual coming in, I call them residuals, where you got return on your investment or money's coming in on a regular basis, and you got your accounts on a subscription level or on a consent level, like what I do in web design and marketing. I charge a hosting fee and I charge marketing campaigns, but I charge them on a monthly basis. So the monthly income that I get coming in on my clients is consistent because they know every month they have to, this is the date. And I got it scheduled on the 1st, the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th of each month. So those are the dates that I use. Coming from, I used to work for a company called Telecheck doing electronic fund transfers, or EFTs. So when you learn from that system, I use that and adapted that into my company, this system, because I know how effective it was in working with my accounts and making sure that I continue to address and adjust whatever their needs are. If they don't have the time to do it, or they don't have anybody that's on a team that can do it, then of course they can hire me and I'll be assisting them. And I just charge them monthly for that service. So it's a lot of great opportunities that we talked about in just a short period of time, just to kind of give you guys some insights as to how to build and grow your network, your business, making sure you're following your pattern when we do a 90-day run. And doing a 90-day run is a good thing because now you can fall back and see exactly what you've done this first quarter. Did you reach your goal? Did you meet your goal? If you didn't, then now you can make the adjustments. So quarter two, you can hit your goal that you placed in quarter one. And now you can kind of see your momentum kind of picking up a little bit, because now you're able to go to the next phase of your business. And everything is done in phases. There's no overnight one lump thing that's going to happen in one quarter. It's going to be stretched out throughout the year. That's why we have a 12-month growth process when it comes to building your business. Now, some successes has happened overnight, true, and some businesses have grown exponentially in a short period of time, based on their campaigns that they're running and based on the efforts and engagements that they're having in collecting feedback from their customers on a regular, consistent basis. So in season, out of season, you want to be consistent and persistent when it comes to your growth. Don't stop, don't quit, just keep moving and keep the pedal on the metal. Because here's the thing. If you do this, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be successful in everything that you're doing consistently, and everybody will be wanting to know more about what it is you do. And your focus and goal is to do that, making sure all your marketing efforts, again, is pointed directly to your website. They fill out the form, you're collecting data, and now you got you built your database organically, and now you can basically go out and reach out to them because they've opted in. So that way you can talk to them about any promotions of the 5 P's of marketing that you're doing, that you're going to consistently inform them on updates that you're doing in the marketplace. That's going to benefit and help them as well. So if we consistently do this, ladies and gentlemen, we will grab enough attention where we have people coming to us and looking at our websites on a regular, consistent basis. So if you like this information that I just shared, of course, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel at Edward Peterson Jr. And of course, if you have any questions or you want any inquiries, then you can go to our website at globaltouchenterprise.com. And basically, I'll be happy to assist you further and give you some more insights. And check me out every Tuesday and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be sharing this information on a regular, consistent basis, weekly basis, where we're educating and giving information. I also have special guests on the podcast here at G.T.E Professional Network Podcast, where we're going to be talking to other entrepreneurs in reference to how they're growing their businesses in the marketplace, in the area, in the community that they serve in. And this is a community-based effort. The more we stay together and structurally help each other, the stronger we all become. And this is the vision that I believe God gave me, was to help as many people, churches, nonprofit organizations, local businesses in the community that they serve, that if each one of us help and grow with each other, then we no one lacks anything in that community. We're all sharing the same resources, and it's like a one-stop shop. So we can get all the necessary things that's needed, whether spiritually, whether it's physically, mentally, financially, what have you. We're covering all the bases. And that's what it's really all about, ladies and gentlemen. As a servant leader, that's what we do. That's what we represent. So with that, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share. You guys, of course, keep me up, keep tuning in, and check me out for other additional updates as we now close out the month of March. And now we're heading into the second quarter, quarter two, starting April 1st, which this second quarter is going to be a more critical one for you to really maximize the moment that you have today. So the more we focus here, ladies and gentlemen, closing out strong, the first quarter, moving into the second quarter, so we can continue that momentum. Again, input, output, in season, out of season. We want to stay focused on our goals, our dreams, and what we're doing and helping others as we help ourselves. So with that, you guys keep the faith. And as always, I'm going to share this with y'all. You want to keep building all your dreams. Y'all take care now.